Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician: The Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 16 of our Union Summer 61 campaign in version 1.09 using the A.O.M mod. Now, in the last episode, we saw a pretty confusing fight between the Corps of Kanawha, supported by the Corps of Ohio, against. Where are my notes? Three separate Army Corps led by Jackson, Joe Johnston, and Hebert. And whereas I thought things were desperate before, it's gotten even worse. Corps Kanawha is now down to 11,200 men, supported by the just under 6,000 men now of the Corps of Ohio. So they're down by almost 3,000 men over here. So things are getting pretty bad now. End of last episode, it looked like some of their forces were going to start shifting back east over here. Corps Pennsylvania is slowly moving up onto Winchester, and I'm hoping they take the bait on that one. Any armies that come over here to recapture Winchester, I'll be able to move the Corps of New England behind them at this bridge IIP, and hopefully we can surround and destroy whichever forces are in there. But we know, as the way the game works, somehow these units are able to slip past superior numbers and escape, so I have yet to disintegrate any of their armies. And that kind of annoys me, because, they're trapped, they're captured, they're done, and they get away. It's really annoying. So, do have the 1st Corps of U.S. armies moving down onto Fort Fisher. Beauregard is stayed up here so far. He's at 36, up to 39. I can't remember which corps we were fighting over here, but they're not visible right now, and hopefully they do not become visible for some time, because I need to take down this fort before I have to run back up here to support Fort Thompson again. And 1st Corps of New York is here, just outside of they're in between Washington and Alexandria. They really should be inside of Alexandria. But the Army Peninsula right here with 10,000 men. I don't see them doing anything per se. You know what? I'm going to move 1st Corps of New York in striking distance of them. Maybe they'll take the fight, maybe they won't. I really don't want to run offensive operations. It's just a matter of getting all these corps over here back this way. I need them away from the Army of Kanawha. Other than that, everything else has been quiet. It looks like they're building up forces in the Tennessee area and down here in Mississippi. And these units have just stayed here the whole game and haven't committed to any offensive operations whatsoever. But that will be changing. Once we get through the winter months, I'm going to be starting a full-on offensive across all fronts. The only operations I'm planning on continuing with for the winter... Actually, I'm not planning on continuing anything for the winter, because Corps Kanawha needs to get the numbers back up. So that'll be part of the spring offensive. I was hoping to have West Virginia seized before the onset of winter, but that's just not happening now. So there is that. And... the Atlantic Assault Squadron is still waiting on one ship to come up to strength, and I believe that said it was going to be 6 days, and that's the Quaker City. Yep, 6 more days until she's ready to go. Then I'll be sending them back down here to Fort Norfolk again, trying to seize that garrison once again. And this is a back and forth over here taking this fort, but the one good thing about it is it does ties up Beauregard's corps. He is not committed to operations anywhere else in the eastern or western theaters, as he keeps coming back down here to retake the Norfolk garrison. So I'm going to continue on with that operation. For as expensive it is in repairing the ships and replacing the sailors, it's actually been a very good economy of force action for me, as it takes the least amount of resources to tie up an entire army. Actually, there's 2 armies that are tied up, because there's another one down here somewhere I've lost sight of. Alright, that should cover everything, so I will be back when something happens. Alright, everybody, looks like the Army Peninsula has come down to fight us. As I was moving the Corps of New York into Manassas Junction, Army Peninsula did come out to fight. Now, they're only 9,400 infantry, 880 cavalry, and 5 guns against 1st and 2nd Corps of New York, which is 27,800 infantry, about 500 cavalry, and 21 guns. So I do believe this will be a load-in, load-out fight, but it may not be. I was wrong last time. So I'll be back either with a fight or back on the strategic map. Alrighty, it was basically a load-in, load-out fight. There was a few casualties, as just as we got into rifle range, Polk pulled out. So kind of a waste of time there. So just a small skirmish out of Manassas Junction for the most part. That's really what it comes down to. So keep moving the Corps of New York back into Manassas Junction. Maybe I'll draw Beauregard's Corps up, because he's on the move, so maybe he's coming up this way to take a crack at Wool. We'll see. Alrighty, nothing else looks to be happening, so I'll be back. Alright, looks like the Army of Tennessee is coming back up in my direction again. So what I'm going to do now, it wasn't part of my original plans, is I'm going to start moving Corps of New England. I'm going to leave the Corps of Massachusetts here to keep this crossing covered. Corps of New England is going to start moving on Grafton, because I can't sustain this any longer. So what are we looking at here? And the Corps of Ohio is not going to be in the fight, because they are now at readiness. 17,000. 13,000. 4,500. Alright, Corps of New England, pull back to Pittsburgh. We can no longer sustain this. My troops were not able to move into position fast enough to rectify this situation. So the one thing I can hope for right now is that Fort Cruz will keep these units tied up while the Corps of New England comes in from the rear. That is my only hope at this point, to maintain control of Wheeling. So let's get this moving and see what happens. And it's only October 3rd. We haven't even moved 2 days on from the last episode. Or is Garnett's Corps coming up by itself? If Garnett's coming by himself, I may stay in... Nope. But all these guys are tridding right now. Like, why are these guys not moving? But it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Anybody else moving? Yeah, I just cannot sustain this fight any longer. If it was just Garnett's Corps, I could take that fight. 11,000, 17,000. It'd still be rough, but I could win it. But not at this rate. Especially since I still have... This brigade's still 29 days out. This battery's still another... Well, they're only 4 days away. And the cavalry's still another 22 days away. I just don't have the numbers. Sustaining the fight any longer is an impossibility. That's Polk withdrawing a little bit further. What else is there? Hope at destination. Oh, and we have entered a siege with the Corps of Ohio. And 1st Corps U.S. Army is approaching Fort Fisher. Alright, so we're going to move McClellan back in the range of the siege. And we're going to keep the Corps of New England moving along. First Corps of Pennsylvania is now moving on into Winchester. Alright, so we're not as desperate right now as I thought we were. We can hold out in this siege until the Corps of New England arrives. We'll be good. The Corps of Ohio, Corps of Kanawha. Oh, and they haven't even drawn the fort into the siege. They just started sieging down the Corps of Ohio. And it is slightly in my favor. Why is it showing 0 guns? Actually, I have an opportunity here to trap these corps, and I'm going to take it. I'll be back when something happens. Alright, everybody, I now have the Corps of New England and the Corps of Massachusetts are both in Grafton, and we have seized it. So I'm sending the Corps of Massachusetts over here to engage these 2 corps. Now, let me select on it. And Corps of New England's coming up here to engage these armies in the rear. So these 2 won't stay and fight. Missouri State Guard's got 350 men. Army Kanawha's got 1,700. They are going to flee. And my Springfield muskets have arrived. Let's get another order in before this fight starts. Okay, what was there an update, because this was at 20-something days. Now it's at 65. What's going on with that? Standardization's at 62. This should not be taking 65 days. This was lower than that. You know what? Because I wasn't planning on ordering any more Enfields, but looks like I might have to. And those are coming in at 53 days. I'm spending money I don't have. And the first Boer War started. Oh, they got a 3rd perk. What are we giving them? Nope, they don't have flying comm yet, so they need that. Alright. Yeah, Corps of Massachusetts is leading this fight. I guess we're drawing in everybody else into this battle also. Alright, so it's Corps of Massachusetts, Corps of New England against Missouri State Guard, Western Department. Got an unknown there, so they're probably back here where I can't see them. Morse Corps, Army Tennessee Headquarters, that's nothing. And Army Northern Virginia. And Garnett's Corps is not being drawn into it. That's fine. That is fine. So, the Corps of Massachusetts is not well armed, but I should be able to bull rush what they have on the field and end this fight before it drags out. So, I'll be back after the loading screen. Alright, here we are, everybody. Second Battle of Clarksburg. Let's see what we're going up against here. So we got Jackson, Wright, and Johnston. And that's Joe Johnston. I don't know where Albert is right now. And Pillow and Price. So what are we looking at here? Well, these are the forces that are on the field right now. I have 24,000 on the field against their 15. Doesn't it tell me how far away they are? There we go. 6 hours away, 11 hours away. Yeah, so I should be able to push these 15,000 off the field before their other units arrive. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're just going to attack, attack, and attack. My only problem is this corps still does not have its artillery, cavalry, and engineering complement, but we can live without them for this fight. So 1st Division's had action before, so they're going to be up front. Actually, I don't think... Oh, God, these guys are all still armed with muskets. And 2 of these divisions, I believe it's their first fight. No, they fought. Okay, 1 division's their first fight. All right. I'm going to get this kicked off, go find the enemy, and I will be back. Alright, we didn't have to go as far to find these guys as I thought we would. They are up here in town. Sending halt orders, that's all my division. Looks like they're mostly up here on this open field. So I'm going to send 1st and 2nd Division up this way and 3rd Division down through this way. Take a little while these orders go out. I don't see anybody in these entrenchments. They look like they're behind them. That's all 3 of their batteries right there. Like I said, we're just pushing into the teeth of these guys and pushing them away. Want to get this battle over, then go relieve McClellan. So Kearney's actually the Union commander in charge of this battle. So I thought O. Howard was more senior to him, but I think I created this corps before O. Howard was promoted. So Massachusetts is actually the senior commander of Massachusetts is actually senior commander. Speed this along a bit. I really hate when they do that little shakeout dance. So I still don't see any of their infantry. It might just be Missouri State Guard up here, and they've only got those 3 batteries. Alright, get them moving forward. Speaking of fighting, I I know I did reply to some of your guys' comments on the previous 2 videos a little late in the evening yesterday, and that's because I was out of town at a reenactment down in Antietam, which I had a lot of fun at. I spent the night there, pretty freaking cold. You know, woke up in the morning and it got really humid and hot real fast. You got frozen and then boiled. Kind of like cooking food is what I felt like. But the event was not open to the public, but and we didn't have our cameras out because we did have professional photographers there. So if you follow the Civil War Digest in the next few weeks or so, you'll probably see something pop up about it on their YouTube channel, as they were there filming and photographing everything. These guys are way ahead of their defensive point. Now they are doing that parade ground crap again. I hate it. I hate that crap. Shake this up a little bit. Still don't see any supporting infantry. Look, they're doing it again. For what reason? Oh, these guys just took some canister in the face. Yep. They're about to move into the entrenchments anyway. Start moving at the double time. These guys should have been online with them, except they're doing this parade ground crap. Get up there, these guys are going to break if you don't support them. These guys won't hold much longer. At least one brigade. Oh, shit. There goes that brigade. Alright, second. Start moving up. Where's Kearney? What the hell are you doing all the way over there? Alright, that's one battery gone. I still don't see their infantry, so I don't know where they are. Are you kidding me? There was no reason for them to broke that fast. 184 casualties out of almost 3,000 men when they broke. Shoot these guys down. All right, we're gonna push these guys through. And this is really pissing me off, that right there. There's no reason for that. You see these guys off? There they go. All right. Now we need to get on the road to the objective. Hopefully his brigades will start to reform. I'll be back once we have contact with the rest of the enemy forces. Alright, looks like we've found the rest of their forces. That's 1st Division, 2nd Division. Swing into these woods here. First Division, you're out of this fight. 3rd, you guys swing in over here. So I'm attacking on both flanks, and I'm just going to push these guys away if I can. I'm at 1.7% casualties. They're at 2.3. Problem is these guys are armed with muskets. That's not the biggest problem. They have more forces arrive on the field? I don't think so. I mean, good. If they're out of position, that's even better for me. And that brigade looks like it's ready to break already. They haven't fought. Let's give that division halt orders. Kearney, get the hell up here where I need you. Alright, advance. Yeah, there's one battery out here by itself we could take down. Like they're coming out to meet me. French withdrawn, Rains withdrawn. Those are the batteries we kicked off. Okay, why were they switching positions like that? Are you goddamn kidding me? No, halt. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. These guys are now advancing unsupported because these guys are playing some fucking stupid games. Turn and face this brigade. Just advance on damn artillery. Whatever you guys are doing is driving up a goddamn wall. You know, this is probably a memory issue. So what I should have done was saved, closed, and reopened the game after that first skirmish. It's probably just a straight up memory issue. See, just because it keeps doing that, I think this is a memory issue. It's gotta be. No other way to explain it. Alright, go hit those boys. Good, see if that barrier didn't get turned. There goes that brigade. Some of these brigades are just ready to break. That's working in my favor. These guys are just marching in, taking casualties that don't make sense. that other division, you damn idiot. That's another brigade seen off. There goes another one. They will be next. There's another one. Some here real fast. So we're only fighting Price, Bill, and Johnston right now. Why haven't you seen these boys off yet? There's another one of my brigades. Another one of theirs. Advance on this cavalry. You guys come down here. Push these boys back into the fight. Yeah, they're still broken. These guys double time wars, they're not yet. They've only got four. They've lost more than half their men. They're still standing. Told you to advance against that damn cavalry. Advance on it. You shoot these guys in the ass. There they go. And the withdrawals begun. Let's keep pushing them, cause as many casualties as we can. You know, for the way my brigades are breaking, you think I've taken more casualties than I have. That cavalry's running. They haven't even been in the fight, really. These guys just got nowhere to go. I don't know why they're not running. Stop and get in there and shoot them. Come on, we're about to turn this into a major victory. Keep killing them. There we go, major victory. Artillery should be next. Got them up 28% casualties. There's that battery. And I wanted to charge these two in, but they're both ready to break. You boys get in there. Take down this last brigade. Let's see if we can't force a surrender. Up, and there they go. Not going to force a surrender there. Alright. So take a look at these reports real fast before we shut down, so we don't get stuck with that glitch. Didn't cause much in the way of casualties, about 4,000 men, but this wasn't really a big fight because not everybody was on the field. So none of these are viewer units, so I'm just going to go look at the division numbers here. 2nd Division did 1,667 casualties. 1st Division only caused 312 before they broke, but I did put them into the teeth of the artillery. Because I thought they would hold out better, because this was not their first battle whatsoever. So I really thought they'd do better than they did. And 3rd Division, and this was their first battle, caused over 2,000 casualties. So the newest division actually did the best. So speed this along, get to the post-battle screen here. That really could have gone better. I need weapons for these guys. Alright. So, even though Jackson was overall command, he would never enter the field. His army never got into the fight. So, who we did fight was Johnston, Pillow and Price. So they lost 3,700 of their 18,000 infantry, 75 of their 600 cavalry, 45 of their 55 guns, for a total of 4,300 of 19,000. And we had no cavalry guns on the field, so we lost 2,000 of our 24,600 infantry. So 2-to-1 odds on that, so I'll take it. And I'll be back after this loading screen finishes. Alright, major victory at 2nd Clarksburg. It looks like we might have disintegrated. Yes, they have disintegrated those armies. Nice. So General Dudley becomes a national hero, and Colonel Grigsby loses face. So the enemy reportedly suffered cold casualties of 4,259 men. There are 538 killed and 887 captured. The morale is believed to be stable. Our casualties total 2,014 men, with 435 killed, 273 missing, and the rest wounded. We've captured 2,000 rifles and 18 guns from the battlefield. Another 823 men have been sent to a vacation at Camp Chase. Now, even though we did just empty this prison out, it is now overcrowded again already. So back up to 8,200 prisoners, and once I reach 20,000 again, I'll release them. Just like last time. So let's take a look here. Get some of the stuff cleared out that I don't need. Yeah, no, I was issuing another set of bonds. Oh. When did Dudley become wounded? I don't remember seeing that come across. Army of Tennessee disintegrates. Morris Corps. And Johnston's Corps. Western Department. Some of these guys weren't even in the fight. And Missouri State Guard. Some of those units were not even in the fight. Who's over here? District of Eastern Tennessee with 1,000 men, and Army of Kanawha with 1,800. So, leave them alone. I'm going to continue marching the Corps of New England up here to support these operations. Because this, the whole point of this, like, disintegrating those units, awesome. But the whole point of this exercise is to relieve McClellan. Since putting units up here did not draw off those armies. If I wanted to, I could march into Richmond right now, but I don't want to end the war way too soon. But I could just send the Corps of New York straight down there. And I could send the Corps of Pennsylvania straight down to Staten. Because there's no Confederate units left over here. I could safely move all these armies south right now if I wanted. Trash all that. As the knights of this fleet should be ready to go. It says repair, but that just brings it up to 80%. I want it at 90% before I send this fleet anywhere. Let's take a look at siege down here at Fort Fisher. Heavily in our favor already, and it just started, so. Alright. I believe we will pause this here, and I will be back. Alright, the Army of Northern Virginia has fled before the approach of the Corps of New England. And we are now moving up to engage Garnett's Corps in the rear. Hold on a second, let me see what's wrong with my pity here. She's literally sitting there just barking in the air. Nothing. Right, they made it to the siege yet? No. Did a lot of fighting in this battle, or in this episode. You know, and that just shoved everything in our favor pretty heavily. So I think I'll let that siege ride out and let these guys get some experience points. Yeah, I think I'll let that play itself out for a little bit there. I don't want to get a little too over-triumphant on myself. So this is going. Still heavily in our favor, and they're working towards a third perk here. That's good. Alright, I do believe we will end this episode here. And, try and get things settled down for a winter encampment, but I doubt the Confederacy will do that. Army of Virginia is still fleeing. So, if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, you've not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. And if you do, remember to hit that bell icon so you alert when the next videos come out. If you'd like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know what state it's from, type of unit, uniforms, weapons, officers, and I will happily accommodate you on all fronts if I'm able to. And if you've been following along with the series and you are enjoying the content, please remember to hit that like button. Help me break through that YouTube algorithm. And I will see you all at the next episode.